Oh, it's time to meet an amazing human being. One of the last surviving Caribbean World War II veterans, Prince Albert Jacob, who goes by the name of Jake, is this year celebrating his 100th birthday. He looks barely 40. But like many of us, was forced to wait decades to receive his medals. And this Black History Month, he's calling for more to be done to acknowledge Black Britain's contribution to the war.
And his certainly was huge. Not only did he serve in the military, he also represented the country as a sprinter. He worked at the post office, very worthy profession, and was married for 72 years despite his father-in-law's disapproval. And as you can see, the wonderful Jake joins us now. It's such a pleasure to have you on the show. So talk us through, you first came here to serve as in the military, didn't you?
Yes, in 1943. Yeah, it was advertising. I'm from Trinidad, by the way.
Wonderful.
And it was advertised services, join the Royal Air Force, which I couldn't resist. And the reason why I couldn't resist, my grandfather was an Irishman.
Right.
And he built me up, telling me what the good things in England and what England was all about. And I had to listen to this. He used to work for the civil service, the railway in the within the West Indies. Barbados was one island. Trinidad is where I'm from. And he even started a yacht sailing thing in the island for young people, people like me and like other people in the island.
And it drew you to it. And when you came here,
yeah,
what kind of reception did you get? What did you make of it?
Well, put it this way, it was exciting is the word, not knowing, not realizing the cold weather you have.
The weather is an issue compared with Trinidad. I've got to say that, Jake. We can't apologise enough.
Well, yes, but as a young man and you're all excitement and these things, these are things you have to learn the hard way. And my God, I did learn it the hard way.
But you did receive some, you didn't get the greatest reception as a black man in Britain back then, and you've talked quite a lot about this, haven't you? Both in your personal life and sort of professionally as well.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Well, yes. But again, you see, I realize that the reason why we were treated as we were is that not many English people have met a black person in those days. And we knew more about you than you knew about us.
Right.
I mean, most of our history, the British, our exam, our teaching, and everything in the island is British. And this is what we live by. And you more set us an example. And when we came here, and also said, we expected, but unfortunately, it didn't work. We had to prove.
You had to prove yourself.
Ourselves.
And you did, and you won extraordinary medals, but you didn't get to have them and be able to wear them as you are now for a very long time. Why was that? How did it come?
Well, I got a neighbor, and one day she said to me, Jake, you've been in the force, and haven't got any medal? And I said, medal? I said, I know nothing at all about this sort of thing. And her name is Carol, and she said, oh. And she got in touch with the Air Force. Anyway, I was surprised. Eventually, I got my medal, and there it is today.
Now, look, tell us about your wife, Mary. You were married for 72 years, but she had to make an enormous sacrifice, didn't she, to be with you? Tell us about her.
Well,
we've got a picture of you and Mary.
Look at you.
Oh, absolutely beautiful.
You see...
But what was the sacrifice she had to make?
You see, let's put it this way. Again, in those days, a black man going out with a white girl, an English girl, she was classed as low as possible. And I was posted from my camp to RAF camp Burtonwood, which was an American camp. They sent, I was on my way back to the West Indies. They sent us there. I had to go to school there then. Before we went back to the West Indies, the government decided instead of sending you back to your job, which I was with the printing office in Trinidad,
Right.
they're going to make sure that, and when I went to the school, I met this girl. We had a date. And this was on a Sunday. And someone saw us and mentioned it to her dad.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Oh, God, you were going to be in trouble then, weren't you?
And things started then. But in fairness, like everything else, at the end, he was a fantastic guy to me.
But at first, didn't he say, if you're going to marry that man, you can't come back
to
the
house
again?
That's
but
right.
she did leave, and
But
she did marry.
She did. We did get married, and we did live a fantastic life.
Listen, we are out of time, but we need to mention the Prince met the King. You met King Charles on VE Day.
Oh,
yes.
I was invited to London. Given a seat, and at the front of me, there was this gentleman walked in, which was the king, and he looked across and stretched his hand across, and we shook hands, delighted, and I wished him the best, obviously. What a wonderful man. So...
Oh, it's fantastic. What a wonderful occasion that might have been. Listen, it's so fantastic speaking to you. We could speak to you forever, really could, and I wish we could, but we can't, I'm afraid. But
why? Who cares about
we'll
that?
hang out.
Who cares about time?
Who cares about
that.
Nigel Havers that's coming up? Yeah.
Unfortunately, our producers. Unfortunately,
We're both from Birmingham, so I'm going to meet you in Birmingham. We'll have a cup of tea and a good old chat.
Oh, good.
That would be
That'd
lovely.
wonderful.
I'd love to do
in
that.
Birmingham.
I'm in Birmingham. I live in Edgbaston. Do you know Edgbaston?
Of course I do. Where about in Edgbaston?
I won't tell you on air. I'll tell you off air. Blimey, come
It's
on.
only you that's got the invite. He doesn't want everybody. He doesn't want me turning up.
Listen, it's lovely, and I know you're very keen to tell the story of the 500,000 soldiers that fought for this country in World War II. And thank you so much for everything you've done for this country.
Absolutely.